the word on the street?
Changes. Turn and face the strain. Changes. It's gonna have to be a different man. Time may change me, but I can't trace time.
When I first saw the picture of Bruce, I was first shocked. Then I was saddened by it because I realized that this man is not going to find what he's looking for by changing his body in this manner. I had read a little bit about him and seen him in other interviews, and he talked about the struggle he had with feeling like a woman when he was younger, and that he had a sense of shame about it. He had to hide from it and not let other people know about it. And so I realized that going through all that in the wrong way caused him to believe that if he changed his look, then somehow or another, he's going to feel better about himself. I recently had the opportunity to interview a good friend of mine, radio talk show host and author Dennis Prager, and I asked him about the Bruce Jenner situation. Here's what he had to say about it. I just gotta get this on record. I promise I'm gonna shut up. Comment on Bruce Jenner.
Bruce Jenner, Caitlyn Jenner, however you wish to refer to this person, has lived a horrific life. I believe that he has felt he's a female all his life. I don't think he's lying. Who would lie about that?
He's lying either.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But is the solution to change your body and your name and your identity and then appear in Vanity Fair as a female sex object? I read for my audience the former head of psychiatry at Johns Hopkins University, one of the most prestigious medical schools in the country. And they're the ones who originated transsexual sex reassignment, as it's called. They no longer do any. They now forbid it at Johns Hopkins.
Really?
And yes, the people who started it.
And why? Why?
Because the happiness rates of people who got the surgery were worse than the people who didn't, and the suicide rates after 10 years, this was in Sweden as well as America where these surveys were done, were higher among the people who had these surgeries.
Wow.
They thought, oh, well, I'll wake up as Caitlyn and I'll be happy. But what he wrote, I'm not a psychiatrist, what this doctor wrote was, he's not a woman, he is a man with a woman's body.
I said that, I said my heart goes out to him because he's not going to be happy. Whatever inner problems he's having now, before this surgery, he's going to have them once he changed the body. And it's going to be unfortunate because he's not going to be able to change the body back. And that's unfortunate. Like Dennis, I agree that you cannot focus on the outer and expect to change from within. All of us are dealing with spiritual issues. It's a spiritual problem and not a physical problem. And unless we deal with the spiritual aspect of life, which is the most important aspect of life, because if you can get the spiritual part right from within, the physical part would naturally work itself out. So you got to go within, and rather than encouraging others to do what Bruce has done, or even if you're thinking about doing it that way, don't do it. It will never work. You're never going to feel good about yourself. You're never going to be free of your spiritual conflicts until you can go inside and deal with that. We are a spirit living in a physical house, and if you could change this house all day long, the outside and the inside is never going to change until you go within and work on that. So you got to look within in order to overcome these issues that we're all dealing with, the different types of issues we're all dealing with. For the last 25 years, my nonprofit organization, Bond, has been counseling people with issues like this. Also, we're having our 6th annual Fatherhood and Men's Conference, June 20th. For more information about Bond, click on the link below.